Hello there and welcome to today's mini video. I'm doing a really simple video today because it's pancake season and I decided that I was going to make pancakes. So all you need for pancakes is 100 grams of plain flour, 2 large eggs, 300 millilitres of milk, a little bit of oil, and then obviously your toppings depending on what you decide to have. So I just need to grab all the supplies out and then I'll be with you. So I'm going to do this all in a jug because it saves on washing up. So what I need to do is weigh out 100 grams of plain flour and 300 millilitres of milk. Now I'm going to put the milk in here first because obviously it's the liquid and I don't want to have to use too much washing up. So 300 millilitres of milk are going into the jug. That's bang on 300 millilitres. So it's about that much in a jug if you're doing it by jug. So I'm going to move that over there. And now I need 100 grams of flour. I've just got to get my scales out because I forgot them. So I'm going to put them there. Just going to weigh out 100 grams of flour and I'll be back. Okay, so I've done my flour. I did do it into a mug because I didn't want to add it to the jug straight away. I now need to crack 2 eggs into here and I then need to add 1 tablespoon of sunflower oil. So 1 egg, 2 eggs, amazing. And you always get eggy fingers when I do eggs. I'm just going to use a bit of kitchen roll just temporarily. Right, so I then need 1 tablespoon of sunflower oil. I do use vegetable oil. You can use vegetable or sunflower. It is entirely your choice, but I like to use vegetable. So 1 of those is going in there. And then obviously you add the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clear up some milk that I've managed to get on the recipe book that I use. Pancakes is an easy one that I will eventually remember because I've made it a few times. But right, so I have a whisk. The whisk is going in the jug. I'm just going to whisk this up a bit just to make it a bit easier to combine with flour. And then you put it in here like so. So, whilst whisking, okay, so I'm going to add the flour. Sorry, my phone had moved. There we go. Adding the flour like so. And obviously with this you do have to keep whisking because it will go lumpy if you don't. So I just keep going until it's not lumpy. So it takes a little while because obviously flour is lumpy and can be quite lumpy, but if you give it a good old whisk, yeah, it needs a bit longer. And then you can set it aside for half an hour if you want to, or you can use it straight away. I might use this straight away because of the time, but sometimes I would rest it, so it's completely up to you. But I'm just going to finish whisking this and then we will cook them. Okay, so the next thing I am going to do is oil my frying pan. So I'm just getting a bit of kitchen roll and a bit of the oil, and then you literally just rub it around your pan a little bit just to get a bit of oil on the inside of your pan. so it doesn't stick. So that's going on the heat. And then once that's heated up, we will pour them into the pan and start cooking. I'm going to go for it. So we'll see how that cooks. I do also have my trusty pancake flipper, which is here. So I'm just going to let that cook a little bit. What I sometimes will do is twizzle it a bit more, just get a bit more of an even coat. But yeah, you normally give them a couple of minutes on each side, so not entirely sure what the recipe says, but I normally give them a couple of minutes on each side. But normally you can tell when they're ready to flip because they come away from the pan when you shake the pan around. So I will just check though. It says 1 minute on each side. Well, depending on how quickly it cooks. So yeah, we might be there soon. Sometimes I am a bit early with the flipping. Oh, that's come away from the bottom. Now, for the first one, I'm not going to flip like you normally would. However, that's looking pretty good. So let me grab a plate ready. Obviously, I think the last time I made these, they made a total of like 5 or 6 pancakes. I'm not 100% sure. Obviously it depends how done you want them. Sometimes I will leave them on a bit longer than a minute just to get them a bit crispier. So that's not looking too bad actually. But I quite like having lemon and sugar on mine. That's kind of my favourite choice to have. So, but the first one has actually worked. They don't always work for me. So I think we can say that that will be the first one for the day. So let's go with another one. Let's do this. I think the last time I made them I did do quite thick pancakes, so I think this time they're going to be quite thin. But yeah, I will show you the stack. As you can see, I've got my pile started over there, so hopefully they will work nicely. The only trouble is I do find that sometimes at the bottom of the jug you end up with like loads of lumps of flour, but we'll see. We'll see, because just have to see how well they cook. But yes, I'm going to leave that and then I'll come back to you. And voila, pancakes.